Had to dig deep in the closet for this one. Anyway, hello, welcome back. Also, thank you. I just got my haircut this morning, actually. It was time. So, hello, welcome everyone. I go by Fiadh. I'm an energy and spirit worker, Reiki master, and healing arts practitioner. I know. I was just saying I had to dig deep in my closet for an old microphone. I'm an energy worker and spirit worker, and I like to offer these distance healing sessions to support the collective, working with spirit medicine and Reiki to help support anyone with whatever they need at the moment. So it is Pisces season as of the 18th, I believe, February 18th, Tuesday. And Venus is going retrograde March 1st till April 12th. And I just wanted to offer this supportive tarot reading for the collective of what healing themes we might want to work with, as well as channel a distance energy work session for everyone's greatest healing good, working with these themes to help support you through time and space. All right. Let me take a sip of water. So I'm going to be reading from, there it is, The Wild Unknown, Kim Cran's tarot deck. This is one of my favorites to read on. Asking what healing themes everyone who wants to tune in, whenever you wish to tune in. You don't actually even have to be here on the live if you want to watch later on tonight. I know my hours when I'm available to do these are usually during other people's working hours, so not everyone can catch me on the live. Asking the collective, for the collective, my spirit guides, yours, all of those who watch over us, the healing wisdom of Venus, yeah, it's been a while. I really haven't had the time or energy, but what healing does the collective need to know for this Pisces season? What healing themes can we all work with? Of course, this is a very general, overarching theme. It's going to show up for all of us very differently in our lives. Then I have this little the Herbal Astrology Pocket Oracle. There's a full size, but I kind of like the pocket-sized oracle decks. Asking for any wisdom from a plant spirit, an ally, who wishes to support us during this Pisces season, the beginning of this Venus retrograde. Okie dokie. Ha! It's Yarrow. And why did I know? Because I've been working with Yarrow. Everyone, just gonna give myself a moment to get settled in, to start tuning in and connecting to this energy. And please grab some water, get yourself cozy, whatever you need to feel comfortable. This current moment is all about us. I'm going to put a little bit of Yarrow in my water while I channel. So I'm going to read beginning from the actual booklet for this oracle deck because I am not too familiar with, I've never pulled this card before, and the deck I'm slightly new to. However, Yarrow in general is a really beautiful, I used to be scared of it. It didn't want to work with me for a while. I guess we're becoming friends. It's this plant ally that has been around for humans for a very long time, even stemming back to some of our oldest burial sites. You will sometimes find that they buried people with various plants around them, and due to genotyping, they know that the yarrow seeds were one of the flowers that humans were buried with in our earliest found burial sites. It's really supportive for wound healing, specifically staunching the flow of blood, helping with bruising on the skin, helping with kind of any hemorrhaging flow of blood, stomach ulcers and ulcers in the lower digestive tract. It's a bit of a bitter. It's just this feeling when I tune into it, these really kind of gentle boundaries for when, or energetic protection for when you feel like you are soaking up others' energies. Specifically, not necessarily psychic attacks, though that can, come into play, but more so when you find yourself getting easily influenced or swayed by the energy that others are also containing. So it's not necessarily purely someone's attacking you or a projection, but more what you are just being swayed by, and helping reach a balance within your connections, within your soul, your body, and seeing where that starts and where that ends versus others. If that makes sense. But I'm going to read from the book because I'm sure there's other things to say that I am not saying. Somewhere. There it is. Yarrow, harmony, equilibrium, balance, discernment, nourished psychic shield, that I can speak, divinatory empathy, sensitivity. And its ruler is Venus. The Latin name for Yarrow comes from the hero of Greek myth, Achilles, who was said to give yarrow to his soldiers to heal wounds and stanch bleeding during the Trojan War. Embraced back thousands of years in healing practices, including Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, and Native American practices. In Spain, a 50,000-year-old Neanderthal skull was found with traces of yarrow in their teeth. Yarrow's historical use as a divinatory flower is extensive. In China, yarrow stalks are gathered, and the straightest ones are collected for scattering to read the divinatory I Ching. I've never heard it said out loud. I don't know how to pronounce that. Called devil's nettle or devil's plaything in European traditions, it was one of the herbs dedicated to the evil one and used for divination and spells. Ruled by Venus, yarrow is said to provide relief from patterns of disharmony and help cleanse one of unhealthy sorrow or trickling depression. Yarrow embodies harmony, a key concept of Venusian symbology. The balancing force represented by Libra, one of Venus's rulers, is as an appropriate metaphor for how harmonizing yarrow is as medicine. Venus, as the archetypal manifestation of beauty and aesthetics, also represents self-love, unity, and empathy. The guidance. If you're feeling emotionally drained or too sensitive for today's world, it's time to set solid boundaries to regain balance. Use your empathic abilities as grounding cords to your psychic powers and divinatory skills. Draw clear boundaries and examine yourself from a detached perspective. Don't blame situations or others as a reason to remain stuck. Yarrow's white light teaches us the power of shielding while remaining gentle in the process of self-discovery. I skipped a good portion of that because that was a mouthful and I was having trouble speaking. However, y'all get the gist. And, well, the tarot cards I actually did pull for all of us. We have Justice. That's not Justice. The Three of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups. And the Seven of Swords. And there is definitely a lesson of discernment within this. This is very much a healing that is calling us to recognize patterns in people, in our relationships, that are keeping us drained, or I hear the word vilified. So that might be for someone. But even if you're in a environment, a relationship, a situation where someone is maybe pressing all your hot buttons, there might be some guidance here to kind of reflect back onto yourself, see where that trigger is, but not necessarily in a blaming way. Because I'm feeling this vibe of like people or relationships triggering us in various ways. Then we're kind of putting a lot of pain and blame on ourselves to solve it all, to keep going, or just feeling stuck like you can't escape it, versus seeing the patterns, seeing where things are being reflected, and kind of having a little bit of compassion for ourselves for how we are reacting to these things. Hi, sweet pea. Give me a moment. Please don't drink all my water. I love you. Okay. It's almost asking us to look at the patterns in our relationships that we ourselves keep repeating, finding ourselves stuck in. And instead of having like a feeling of harshness towards ourselves for being in those places, there's a lesson here of recognizing what things are because of other people, because relationships, workplaces, this isn't just romantic, it's friendship, coworkers, all things. They're going to act how they're going to act. And they also do hold responsibility for how they act. So if you have a tendency to fall into situations and then feel like everyone's actions and reactions are solely blamed on you, even internally, like you hold the responsibility for all of that, that's a little bit of a cognitive distortion. That's not necessarily true. But it can also be true at the same time that those patterns of behavior that you're finding yourself in, you have the responsibility to heal whatever is causing you to fall into the same cycles over and over and over again, or to get away from someone else's bull. Multiple things can be true at once, I don't know if I'm saying any of this well. I'm trying to channel it, but it's coming out like this. A little bit topsy-turvy, a little bit convoluted. But there's really a message of compassion and kindness and wisdom here that you are receiving, that you are bringing to yourself, that you are bringing to others. And you can have empathy for others while also not enabling their behavior. There's plenty of people who do things where I can understand fully where they're coming from. I understand it. Does that mean I have to be around it? Does that make it correct? No. But you can't change that for anyone else. That you can kindly and compassionately move on and see that that was not a reflection on you. And you can also show yourself the kindness and compassion to recognize what you did, your own patterns, and how they're not necessarily a reflection of anyone else. And just being able to break those cycles, let them go, and kind of just be forgiving for yourself. Okay, so working with these energies. I really want to work with this energy of interpersonal healing, of kindness, of forgiveness and compassion, and kind of clearing the mirror a bit, the distortion. Not sure how else to say that, so I'm not going to overthink it. It's reaching balance, it's reaching harmony, and especially because Pisces is this season of like these deep emotional depths. And Venus going retrograde really starts bringing out like old cycles of how we relate to those we are closest to, as well as our self love, our sense of beauty, of connection, of sensuality. There's an opportunity here to just slow down, reflect, maybe cut the cords a bit, and re-find love within yourself in this very pure, like refill the well almost. Your well of how you connect to love. I'm not sure how, that's just what the imagery that's coming to my mind. So I'm going to do a 25-minute energy healing session for anyone who chooses to participate. I'm going to be channeling spirit world energy of the upper world, what I call the heavens, as well as inviting in the guardian of the Yarrow, and any other spirit allies who want to show up for all of our greatest good. I want to thank Yarrow so much for showing up for us. I love when things just are like a little bit too on the nose. Because I was just thinking about working with Yarrow yesterday and how that was coming up for this season. Where's my timer? Okay. "25 minutes of healing, and please get yourself comfortable again. Do whatever you need to feel good. You don't have to be laying down for the session. You can dance or cry or take a walk. Whatever it is you need to do. and I will channel the rest. Please enjoy. Just taking a moment to settle into our bodies. If you feel comfortable, putting both hands over your heart space. Feeling your heart beating, blood flowing, your connection to both this world and the other world. Sitting in this feeling of unconditional love. And if you have anything you're grateful for, just take a moment to bring that to mind. Maybe take a moment to wiggle your toes, flex, and then point your feet. Flex again. Feeling this life force energy become activated in your feet. You brush off your arms, your legs. Give yourself a little lower back massage right where the kidneys are. Bring in some warmth. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with me today. I'll just give you a moment to return back to your body, getting back into this present moment. Allow yourself to feel warm and cozy and ease back into your day. There's no rush. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I know I'm going to need to turn the heat on and do some grounding and maybe some movement practice after that, because this is incredibly very relaxing but very stiff. It's also snowing and cold outside, so the drafts are hitting me. And there's just so much, at least in the astrology and just in general, just this cold, watery energy. You need to bring in some heat and some fire. I think all of us need that just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much, but balance it out a little bit. Anyway, thank you all so much for your patience while I dealt with some technical difficulties in the beginning, for joining me here today for this lovely session. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their Pisces season, and good luck out there in the chaos of the world. I am offering one-to-one personal energy healing sessions. I will have them linked down below on my website. I finally have kind of opened up the time where I'm able to offer those again. They're pre-recorded healing sessions. Right now I'm offering Reiki, angelic healing, as well as tarot and Reiki combined. However, I will hopefully I want to start offering more of the straightforward spirit medicine sessions. However, I just have been lazy when it comes to actually physically working on the website and creating those. But if you want to book a Reiki session, or even just add an spirit medicine session in the notes, if you're interested in that kind of more soul level working with the spirits energy work, that is available. Just put in the notes when you purchase other session until I stop being lazy. But either way, those are just open. They're available. Just had to do a little bit of shameless self-promotion. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with me today. I hope you'll enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy that session. And it brought a little bit of peace for a little bit of time. Have a good one.